Well, that's a great transition for me because I want to know, everybody's got a story. This is all about stories. What's your story?
Oh, my story is a long, long story.
What's the shortened version? What's the Twitter version?
The Twitter version of it is, I'm sure there must have been some trauma in my childhood that warped me. No.
I didn't want to say anything, but.
Plenty do. No. My dad died when I was young, and so I'm sure there's still this longing for significance in my own heart, that, I want my dad to be proud of me, and I can connect with that longing. And as I interact with other people who are striving for accomplishment in this world, I see in them the same longing that I feel in my heart, and I want that longing to be met in my heart. And when I see it in other people's lives, I want to help them meet that longing too. And I really think corporations are totally missing the opportunity to address the deepest longings of the human soul, which you actually can do in the world of commerce by listening to people, seeking to understand them, and then figuring out what can I do to help this person on their quest for significance. So I'm sure it goes back to the fact that I lost my dad early in life, and I want to count, and so everybody does.
Well, it's funny because I didn't lose my dad, but I get the same feeling. I always want to make him proud.
Yep.
It's always this something, and I played tennis my whole life and had a lot of accomplishments, but it's never ending.
Yep.
It's never ending, and I don't know where it comes from. It's kind of like you.
It's
something deep inside.
It's core in the human nature.
But I have the same thing. It's like how I always feel like there's this cooperation versus competition. The time for competition is over. It's just not working. That model's not working anymore. And it sounds like we're kind of kindred spirits here where, how can I help you? Because I know if I help you, it's going to help me.
Yeah, well, people from out of state have traveled to Greenville to attend the social media club meetings. And they've told me after the fact, they said, we don't have this where we're from. People from Atlanta, people from Charlotte and Knoxville. They said, we don't quite have what you have in Greenville. And I asked them to define what it is. And they say there is this pervasive sense of cooperation. And at Social Media Club, which there'll be many people at Social Story will be folks that go to Social Media Club, there is this sense that, look, if we're going to succeed, we're going to have to succeed together, Well,
it's funny you say that because you're talking about, it feels like it's a Southern thing, but it's not, because you're talking about Nashville and Knoxville. You're still talking about Southern towns, and
it's a Southern
they don't feel
thing.
the same thing. But they're not feeling the same thing there. They're Southern towns. But, Greenville, I don't know, maybe Greenville has this little thing like we got to work together to make this town
Maybe
go.
so.
Maybe so, but...
because we've been through a lot as a community. I mean, we were the textile center of the world. And now the textile mills are either empty or expensive condominiums.
Right.
So we've had to change. And part of that change meant we had to become something different than we were. And if we're going to become, as a community, something different than we were, we have to work together.
Well, I thank you for your time and information. I'm very much looking forward to the conference, and good luck with everything. And please keep us posted and let us know when the next one's going to be, where the next one's going to be. I think it's going to be a national thing, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it will be. We'll stick close to home. I suspect Knoxville will probably be the next one. The folks in Knoxville say they don't have the same thing, but when I was in Knoxville, I picked up on a very kindred spirit to Greenville. And I think there's a lot of Greenville and Knoxville mixed in together. So I think Knoxville might be next up.
All right. Well, sounds good. We'll see you at the conference. I hope to see you there too.